We just found some disturbing TikToks that make reality feel broken.
And when you see these clips, you'll understand why. Let's get into it.
Sound like it made it to the pits of hell.
That right there was pretty damn deep.
Very.
Now, China may soon get involved in the war in Iran. Russia has already gotten involved. China may be next. According to CNN, American intelligence suggests that the Chinese government is prepared to join the conflict in the Middle East, providing Iran with financial assistance, along with spare parts and missile components. Russia has already supported Iran's effort. The Washington Post reported this morning that Russia was providing intelligence to Iran as to where to strike American ships, American military bases, and other assets in the region. So it looks like China may be joining the war next. Why? Because China relies on oil coming from Iran and has been pressuring those around Iran to allow the ships to go through the Strait of Hormuz so that China can get the oil. This is turning into a potentially much larger conflict with China supporting Iran, Russia supporting Iran, and the United States and Europe against Iran. Spread the word, follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. There'll be more to come soon.
This is one hell of a show now.
Like, we didn't see that one coming. It's a lot at stake, and China wants that oil.
Got played. I think it's really a shame. He married an older woman. I think Charlie was a little bit naive. He didn't quite know what he was getting into. Maybe Erica Kirk is a federal agent, honeypot, potentially. And Charlie, he thought, oh, this nice girl wants to marry me. She's cute. He probably wanted to get married and have kids. He probably didn't think that hard about it. And I think for Erica Kirk, it was just like did she really love Charlie? It doesn't look like it. I feel like it was just a business deal for her. Kind of freaky, man. If my wife was getting on podcasts and smiling and laughing a week after I was murdered, I'd be bummed.
Yeah.
Everyone grieves differently. But is she grieving at all? It doesn't seem like it.
I've said it from the beginning, there's something way off with that whole situation over there.
When you put it that way, being a business deal, it actually makes a lot more sense now. What do you guys think? Do you think that it was a real relationship, or do you think Charlie got set up?
Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section.
Time that these orbs are going to come and wake us up. And I even gave specific times that when that might happen, and that's when you see war between Israel and Iran. So I knew this time was coming. I know a lot about drones because I'm a drone pilot, and I'm also a commercial pilot. And I can tell you there's a Remote ID Act that was passed by the federal government that says all toy airplanes, even models, if it's a half a pound or more, it's got to be 0.55 pounds, just a little more than a half. You have to have a transponder on them to fly toy airplanes. So none of these are civilians. For one, civilian drones can't see in the dark. Unless it's got a FLIR camera, and that would usually be the fire departments or whatever. Also, I do know that a friend of mine in New Jersey called me, told me that he filmed the drone, one of these drones, minivan-sized drones, fly over his house. He's shown a laser on it, and in 30 minutes, the FBI knocked on his door and said, "We know you did it, and if you do it again, we'll put you in jail." Yesterday, I was called by someone in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that there was one of those same drones running a grid over Chapel Hill with a Black Hawk helicopter right behind it with its lights out. So yeah, the military, whatever they're doing, the drones, the orbs are coming on high alert. It's just like the Foo Fighters in World War II, when the fighters were going into Germany, these orbs were beside them. So it's just my opinion that the orbs are on high alert, that whatever the drones are doing, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're looking for something, sniffing for nuclear material. That would clearly explain why the orbs are coming in great numbers. And they're not going to stop. They're going to keep coming until everyone understands that we're not alone.
Interesting how whenever there's these big conflicts going on, these orbs tend to appear. I know we've seen them in the sky just traveling. Not sure if they were, government operated, but these things go super fast. They're super bright. They have a solid light. And it is interesting.
Mr. President, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal?
Do you know?
Was he ever
She's asking for the
suicidal?
best of your
I
understanding.
don't know. I only know what the medical finding was. I think maybe
That's it.
he finally got caught, and I don't know. I've accepted it in my own mind. I don't know what happened,
Mr. President, what did you accept? That he killed himself or that he did not?
but he did. But I don't know.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you,
neither do
Mr.
you.
President.
We don't. None of us know.
This is a letter from a book of letters, which
Yeah,
was
it's his
compiled
50th birthday.
Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday.
Questions?
Yeah,
Mr. President, do you recognize this
I
letter?
do.
And for the record, does this appear to be your handwriting and
It
signature?
is.
And why did you write this letter?
Why did I? Because I was requested to contribute a nice letter for his birthday book.
And who asked you to write the letter?
I don't remember.
Would Miss Maxwell have
I
asked
don't
you?
know. I think someone on my staff asked me.
Can you please read the letter for the record?
Yes. It's reassuring, isn't it, to have lasted so long across all the years of learning and knowing, adventures and errors, and still to have your childlike curiosity, the drive to make a difference, and the solace of friends.
Mr. President, were you ever in the position to owe Jeffrey Epstein a favor?
I didn't consider that. I thought we had an understanding about the airplanes, that he would let me use the airplane to set up my AIDS programs around the world if I'd agreed to talk to him for an hour about economics and politics on every long leg. I kept my word, and he seemed to honor it.
Reality is just getting crazier and crazier by the minute.
Unreal.
I mean, he makes it seem like he doesn't really know him, but yet they made him read a birthday letter he hand wrote to this dude. He was persuaded or requested to write this letter. I mean, the president's just not going to take time out of his busy schedule to just write a letter to anybody.
But hey, what's your thoughts? Let us know in the comments.
What Epstein file?
Well, you're in it, obviously, because you're not a loser.
Well, we're going to come to that ridiculous statement in a moment, but what are you referring to?
I'm referring to you being in the Epstein files, of course.
For what?
Just, being at a drinks party, possibly with Ghislaine, just talking about you. You must have read it, surely.
Yeah, that's not in the files.
It is in the files.
No, that was from her deposition.
No, it's
months
not.
ago.
I promise you.
No, it's not in. It's not in the file.
I saw it in the file. I've read your whole file.
You can literally search all 3 million documents in people's names. I'm not in it. The picture you're talking about, the picture.
You're in the Epstein files.
Do it after the show. Do it after the show. The only connection I've ever had to either of them, as I've said many times, is I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch in New York.
See that hard gulp he took to swallow?
Let's say he was making a decision for the world on that one.
Like, oh shit, she just put me on the spot like I put everybody else on the spot. And what's crazy is it seems like that's everybody's story. Everybody only just knew her for 5 minutes.
I bet at that moment, he was definitely in the moment, wanting to be seen with her. Now, definitely regretting that photo.
This is a Cat Williams and Theo Vaughn interview, but you guys notice how Cat Williams just kind of spaces his conversation. Check this out.
Cat Williams spaced out like, have you not been listening to the words coming out my mouth?
He was definitely zoned out on that one.
Yeah, he's like, do I have to repeat myself?
A continent? Or is it an ice wall encompassing the level Earth that we live on, containing the water? Because water always needs a container. It always lays level, dude. Like, everybody knows this, right? Water on a lake, water in the sea, water in the pool. Let's see, level at the top. It's all level, okay? And then you've got this, like, big problems, guys. No container and no level water on this curved oblate spheroid, ellipsoid, pear, whatever you guys believe it is. And by the way, this is CGI. This isn't a photograph. This is an image produced from a computer. Big difference, guys. Big difference. But anyway, if you didn't know, we don't have a working flat earth model because 1, we're not allowed to go to the North Pole, and 2, we're not allowed to go past the 60th south latitude right here. And you can see the maximum penalty down here in the red box. I know some of you guys are real thick. You really want a spoon fed to you. This is the Antarctic Treaty. The provisions of the present treaty shall apply to the area south of the 60th south latitude, including all ice shelves. Keep reading if you please. Also, is there a dome out there? The firmament? Dome, Valkyrie Dome, Dome Argus, Dome A, Dome C. No idea if there's a dome. Again, we're not allowed to go out there. But do you guys know who Captain Cook is? And you probably haven't heard about James Clark Ross, because the indoctrination camps we all went through, we call public school, definitely didn't teach me about him. They circumnavigated the Antarctic wall. It took them 3 to 4 years on a boat, and they tracked 60,000 miles. And again, this thing's supposed to only have a shoreline of 11 to 12,000. How did they manage to go 60? Why would they lie to us? Do you know how much resources could be out here? Oil, fish, food. Maybe they're not being ran by pedophiles. I don't know. NASA stands for not a space agency. Just a bunch of gatekeepers, guys. Just a bunch of gatekeepers. And before you say, dude, you can go to Antarctica. You can pay to go there on a trip, man. $13,000 to do this. And look at this. This is where they're taking you. Go around little island. Look at it from the bigger picture, guys. Don't just blindly believe me. I'm just a guy on TikTok. You should definitely do your own research. But if you want more content like this, in my opinion, check out my link tree in my bio and make sure you're following me here. I got banned at 80,000 followers.
It does make you wonder. I mean, Admiral Byrd even said that there was a lot of undiscovered resources out there. So is it, they're living it up in this utopia and just making everybody believe that we're running out of resources over here and to be thankful for what we have?
Have you ever seen water just pasted around a ball?
It's interesting too, because back when we were going to school, there was always a globe in the classrooms. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but every single classroom I went into had that globe on display.
Dropping that seed. One thing's for sure, none of us know 100%. Unless we've gone up there and went out, we really don't know. So it makes for a good talk. Let's talk about it in the comment section.
People don't want to know what this means because they don't want to face their shadows. They don't want to know the truth. It's too deep for people to understand. They weren't doing this just for fun, just for random, I'm going to create this piece of artwork and make it last thousands of years. If they did this, they did it for a specific reason, because they're giving you instructions on how to escape reincarnation. But people don't want to listen. So if you want to know how to escape reincarnation, look at the symbolism. Anubis is the god of death, symbolizing the death process. This guy is about to die, and these are the instructions on how to escape reincarnation. Because he's telling you your heart needs to be as light as a feather, because this is a scale. Your heart is the place of desire. If you desire sex, money, status, flesh, material things, guess what? Your heart will become very, very heavy. And when you die, the simulation produced by your brain and nervous system no longer exists. And you're only left with your thoughts, desires, and imagination, your internal world. The external world is stripped, and you're left with your thoughts and desire. So when you die, your heart needs to be free from the desires of flesh. Your heart needs to be light as a feather, free from desire of materialism, because you can't fulfill a physical desire in the spiritual astral plane. So in order to free yourself from reincarnation, You have to free yourself from desires of the material world. If you die with the desires of the material world, you will desire to come back into the material world, because that's what you desire.
So feel light as a feather and you don't have to reincarnate.
It's interesting. I mean, could it be that the Egyptians were really trying to break down instructions on how to avoid reincarnation? Because a lot of people in the world do believe in this.
At this point, I don't know. It's pretty wild. I have watched some videos where people do show proof, evidence of reincarnation.
Yeah, they'll recognize their family member in another avatar because they will bring up something from their past life. And it's like, how would that person know that unless they actually lived that life? Coming from a whole different side of the world too, or a different side of their town or state, and having this information. There's a possibility it could be true. What do you guys think?
The collider, okay? I don't understand why they're spending trillions of dollars on this stupid thing. This is the current collider, LXC, in Switzerland, and now they're going to build a bigger one. And you see how big it is, right? What are they trying to do here? Are they really trying to figure out particle physics? Maybe, maybe not. All right? All right, guys. Jacob Frank. What Jacob Frank tells us is there are different dimensions, okay? And another dimension is Big Brother, who's a friend of his, but he's stuck in his dimension. He's trying to come into our dimension, but he needs our help. So what's certain particle accelerator trying to do, right? Is it really trying to discover particle physics, or is it really trying to break the dimensions, like they did with the nuclear bomb? Do you understand? People believe the nuclear bomb, it was really about creating an interdimensional portal for Big Brother to come into. And now people are saying, is it possible the CERN particle accelerator is trying to bring in these interdimensional demons to our world to conquer us, to enslave us? That would make a lot more sense than particle physics, okay, guys?
I remember watching one of their ceremonies over there at CERN, and it was Satan and a whole bunch of other demons.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to channel them in. And, you know, it's like in the movies, whenever they try to assist the bad guys, I mean, they always go down with them.
Every time.
They think they're going to bring these type of energies in and then themselves aren't going to be affected by it.
Think again.
These beings that they're in communication with. So we're talking about the premier scientists on planet Earth right now, who are actively engaged, according to their own words, communicating with something with a personality, in their own words, from another dimension, and that's the purpose of the collider. I mean, people need to understand this is not science fiction. This is fact.
That's correct. What I write about in my novels,
right?
I place a storyline that is embedded with science fact. Everything that I present publicly in the books, public speaking, is all drawn from their own scientific journals and white papers. And then I'm able to see what they're doing. Not just extrapolate, but see in the real time what it is they're doing. Not a future agenda, but what they're doing right now today. The imminency of what they intend to do, which is opening this gateway. And understand that the world of science in terms of particle physics also overlaps into DNA, into biology.
Yes.
There's a multifaceted, multi-level agenda at play, not just with CERN, but it's proof of concept feeder labs around the world that feed into CERN. So we are talking about changing humans, changing the planet. We're talking about not only bringing in information through a portal, we're also talking about definitively changing our way of life. This is a threat to our existence, to the creation of mankind.
A threat to our existence, a threat to the creation of mankind. So they're communicating with some kind of entity. You and I would believe that these entities are fallen angels.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that that's a threat to humanity. It's a clip from 2022, an interview with this guy who actually read the scientist's notes and paperwork and based his storyline on their data.
Now that right there is pretty interesting.
So there's the greatest scientists all around the world working at this place, and just up to some real funny business.
There's some people that actually go through the paperwork, and there's most that don't. So to have someone that's actually getting into the paperwork and then making movies out of it, getting it out there, painting a vision of what's going on behind the scenes.
And it totally
interesting.
It totally puts a whole new twist on these movies and shows. Like, who's not to say all these authors aren't doing the same thing?
Well, don't you guys feel that way when you're watching a movie? Like they're sharing something with you, some insights?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your thoughts? Let us know in the comments.
Is the Illum real?
I think they are.
Does she?
She's telling the truth. And don't you even think that that's because I'm a part of it.
Are you sure you're human?
No.
Truthful.
And don't you even think
that that's because I'm a part of it. Are you sure you're human? No.
Truthful.
Like a broken record on repeat, how many times have I said this myself? Should we say it one more time? Karmic retribution is a system they believe in, and they have to tell you in some way, whether it's subliminal or to your face and disguised as comedy, but they have to tell you their plans and they have to tell you what they're doing because they believe that bypasses karma and the wickedness and the things that they do. But try explaining that to a sea of sheep. I'd get a better response talking to this battery. Literally.
Wow, so I think that's one of the main ways they have told all of us is through comedy. How many things have they just laughed off that they were sharing the details with us?
We just covered it in the last video with The Rock.
I say we need to put them all in the lie detector test.
What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, I was recently at the airport flying out here, and I was at a known organic place having a burger. Bit into it. It was human.
Oh, God.
Saw the body of the human. There are storage facilities that people are keeping bodies in freezers. And I mean, they were just stacked, maybe like 12 coolers, huge, huge warehouses.
I have heard that theory with fast food companies.
It was so horrible, Sean. I was able to tell he was a smoker. I saw his family he left behind. Jeez. I mean, it was horrible.
You might be thinking, how they're running out of crazy places to shoot. Here we are in Northwest Washington, D.C. to visit a joint that's serving up ping pong and pizza. This is Common Ping Pong.
Saucy coming out, soft shell crab pizza. That's the first one. Coming up.
And it's all cooked up by owner James Alafontes.
2 pies for $25.
Who's been in the biz since he was 15.
I grew up like baking, plus I love playing ping pong.
So of course it made sense to put the two together.
Probably nothing to see here, right? We know how much this guy right here loves his food, right? Right? Again, probably nothing at all to see here at all, right? This video is for entertainment purposes only. You watched what you watched because he must just really love this restaurant, right? That's all that there is to it. He must just really love this restaurant because he went back there yet again years later in 2020. There's probably nothing to see here, right? Especially with recent revelations that have been released about certain files. And I will just leave it at that and let you put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Is this just more code talk, guys? Because that is the official pizza joint that's in the Hillary scandal. At this point, there's no telling. I mean, it seems like everybody's connected that's in show business, even famous chefs.
Now, that's the same pizza shop that had the photos with all those kids in there tied up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right here, this, whatever this is, this right here. We think it's air. But I realized that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop. My brain don't even stop. My body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself.
Is that a point?
Yeah, that's a good one right there, honestly. When you disconnect, you're disconnecting from the consciousness. So does that mean that you're disconnecting from the information that's already here?
Good question.
And we're just sharing data left and right, which we are sharing data. That's a known, but at a deeper level.
Mushy mush. And the best part is there's nothing you could do to stop it. I mean, what are you going to do? Turn off your TV and your computer? Once your brains are reduced to a cottage cheese like mush, we'll scoop them out with a melon bowler and gobble them right on up. Oops. I think I'm drooling a little. Because we're aliens. And that's how we roll. Hulu, an evil plot to destroy the world. Enjoy.
Stay with me here, because this matters. This ad aired in 2009 at the Super Bowl, one of the most watched broadcasts in history. It's delivered as comedy, voiced by a celebrity, framed as exaggeration. But listen to what is actually being said. And then he says the quiet part out loud, that there's nothing you can do to stop it. What makes this uncomfortable is that this idea already existed. By the 1960s, researchers were already warning about heavy TV usage. Later studies showed that prolonged exposure rewired how the brain responds to reward. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
For that commercial back in 2009.
Yeah, they wanted to paste it right there in front of everybody. Like, yeah, this is what it is.
So is that how they look at us? Us with our mushy brains? Just one big joke, huh?
This is starting to become a movie, isn't it?
And like they said about the television, it's tell-a-vision.
It sure is. It's telling a lot.
The system wasn't built for you to win. You went to school to memorize facts you never use. You were trained to raise your hand, wait your turn, and follow instructions. Then they told you, get a job, work 40 hours a week, give half of it to tax, retire at 67 if you're lucky. That's not a life. That's a script. And most people don't question it because they're too tired from living it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when you realize freedom was never going to be handed to you.